Alrighty. Something from the A1 from the 9, but you got something coming into this right here and everything else, especially everything you love, everything you love. I'm guessing, everything you love, but you got the A1 from the 9, A1 from the 9, and the whole, coming into it and everything else, especially with A1 from the 9 and mainly everything, everything you consider love, with the whole thing, but especially coming from A1 from the 9. So, you got something A1 from the 9, and all his other ones, all his other, uh, uh, second round of music. So make sure you guys definitely go tune in with all his other ones and stuff like this. But you got the everything you would consistently love, like, especially from the 9.
Have you ever had everything you love took away from you? Feds round every corner trying to wait on you, and they don't know the half, but they hate on you, and they don't.
Oh, and it was in Brixton too. Everything they did it at. So hey, it's coming from Brixton. Especially with this one coming into right here. Like this one explains the whole thing. Like it just has it explainable to it. He was judged by for who he is. And stuff, everything else like that. Especially how I'm seeing it. And everything else. How I was reading that. It was just it's just so, even the system is so messed up, from different things. But, he said, have you ever had the hate, even the hate, like, a lot of people don't know, what a person you potentially, then lost, just to get here, or, you know, the hate to even, see what's going on. So it's like, the whole thing, especially with this whole thing, explaining yourself, like, I like the indecent thing, it puts this whole lyrics and general stuff to it.
Know your past, what they think they do lately. I feel illuminated like a light bulb. London will turn a good kid to a psycho, eh? It took a lot of pain to pick the right flow. Remember me looking in the light like I might go, eh? They say they want me dead but never tried, oh. They know my team stronger than a rhino, eh? Everyone your bro when you a lie, though. When you 6 feet, ain't no one gonna ride, though. Ayy, same niggas putting flowers by your gravestone. Same niggas that be dicking down your main squeeze. Realize who this road shit's fake, bro. Gravestone.
Same people that is mainly doing all that squeezing stuff. And the whole thing, how he's speaking, he's speaking with reality, with some sense. Like, hey, you better listen up. Like, the whole thing and everything else. Like, this really puts the whole thing into it, like the confidence and everything. Like he has a lot of confidence. It's all type of confidence, when it comes to this type of, sound and lyrics and stuff like that. Like this really speaks on different, generic things, especially from the whole thing, you coming from separate sides, especially if you coming from a separate side, you don't know what another person's side is, because you ain't the same, percentage side that he is, or the same shoes, or the same benefits, or anything else. Like it could be anything else, going on. So it's like, with this whole thing, it really puts the lyrics into the whole thing, explaining it. It's percolate itself.
Same niggas that be dicking down your main squeeze. Realize who this road shit's fake, bro. That's when I clocked the main focus was to make peace. We done did a whole week in the same clothes. Nowadays, every outfit, almost 2 G's. About to spend 5 figures on my fucking wrist, just for all the time that the feds made me lose sleep. When it came to the streets, we was knees deep. When it came to the beef, they was minced meat. Drop a song and all my exes say they miss me. You miss clout, bitch, you don't really miss me. I ain't sorry for the hoes that I mistreat. If I was broke, bitch, would you know it's me? All this bread make a bitch whole, it's me. Enough Everything you love took away from you. Feds round every corner trying to wait on you. And they don't know the half, but they hate on you. And they don't know your past, but they think they do. Lately
Ooh, it is one D. It deeply hits, with the whole thing. But hey, even the thing how it's starting, how everything is loosened, like, hey, they don't know the half, they don't know the half of the past, like the past that you didn't, just to see where you the past, especially how time changed by the past too, and everything else coming, like, you got different things coming in different, particularly, moments and stuff like that, especially things that happened in the past, like even things you did in the past, they'll bring old stuff on you, particularly old stuff, and now it's on, like, that's why I say, you can't really and gently run from this stuff, because it's like, they'll try to throw anything on you just to pollute you down, just to put you on your lowest amount. So it's like you got to do whatever you got to do just to keep it, going, keep it on a force.
off, but they hate on you. And they don't know your past, but they think they do. Lately I feel illuminated like a light bulb. London will turn a good kid to a psycho, eh. Took a lot of pain to pick the right flow. Remember me looking in a light like I might go, eh. They say they want me dead but never tried, oh. Know my team stronger than a rhino, eh. Everyone your bro when you alive.
Ooh, loving my team more even than a Rhino. Hey, that's a real one right there. Like, hey, that basically you holding your people down, That's the ones you want around. You want a stand up person, like you want one of them solitary people, one of them, you want one of solid persons around you, especially someone that's gonna, pollute you, whenever it gets real, like whenever it's solid already.
Oh, eh. Everyone your bro when you a lie though. When you 6 feet, ain't no one gonna ride though. Eh. Same niggas putting flowers by your gravestone. Same niggas that be dicking down your main squeeze. Realize who this road shit's fake, bro. I swear I clocked the main focus was to make peace. We done did a whole week in the same clothes. Nowadays, every outfit almost 2 G's. About to spend 5 figures on my fucking wrist just for all the times that the feds made me lose sleep. When it came to the streets, we was knees deep. When it came to the beef, there was minced meat. Drop a song and all my exes say they miss me. You miss clout, bitch, you don't really miss me. Beef, when it came to the streets, we was knees deep. When it came to the beef, there was minced meat. Drop a song and all my exes say they miss me. You miss clout, bitch, you don't really miss me.
Hey, with this whole thing though coming into it, but you got A1 from the nine, especially with everything else coming to it. Like they say, they didn't miss him, but sometimes that stuff you be hearing, they don't really miss. They just saying that to say that. But with this whole thing coming into it, with the A1 from the nine, especially with the whole thing coming into it, he's speaking reality, speaking, factory stuff, coming into it, especially from the 8 from the 9 and everything else, everything you love, especially from everything you love, especially, you going into a jungle, you going somewhere you never been at, and then, you losing everything you didn't possible lost, like, everything you lost, everything you love too, especially missing, Christmas, holidays, all these other things. And then it's just coming from the past, like, especially speaking to someone that actually been in that type of situation, been in their lowest, been in everything else. But you got A1 from the nine, especially with everything you love, he was giving us the streusels and the rules, and that's how I mainly feel about this. But this was so deep too, the whole thing coming into it. But with this whole thing right here, make sure you guys definitely like, subscribe, comment, everything else, especially with this whole thing. And from the nine, we got from the nine and these basically things, but with this one.